good. Mid-run is 4 to 4:30.
Copy.
What's happening, man?
Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll take care of that later time.
Somebody slapping music out here in this thing. What the fuck my meditation off? That's crazy. Sometimes you could inspire people without even trying. Just by being you, you inspire people. That's how you know you's a real motivator. You control the current. Don't be in that motherfucker. So I used to be in this motherfucker slapping my music loud. They told me, turn your music down. Like, please don't play your music out loud here. It's like, cool, no problem. But for many, many, many weeks, I was coming through blamping, blamping. So what did that do? That inspired somebody else around me to get crowned too. So now they like silently trying to, since I ain't driving my shit right now, they trying to silently have a music war. A music war. I wasn't trying to. Michael Gallus, I don't know what you mean by that. Biggs, you ain't got 7 people watching. I don't know what you mean by that. Are you trying to say like I only got 7 people? That's it, or what you saying? Because if you understand YouTube, you know that could change real quick. Real quick, depending on what you're talking about. Let me start talking about some drama and watch what happens to the numbers. Fortunately for me, I'm chilling. A lot of people come to my live, they don't know who they gonna get sometimes. We don't know who they gonna get. Great Nicholas. Nicholas. What's up, Wolf? Daniel Berry, man, you always coming through. Appreciate that. And trust me, this ain't no motivating ass, dirt on the red live. I just be trying to see things like if I could just come on live and just kick it like I used to. All it takes is one inspiring, motivating ass question to change the circumference of the live, Mike. I'm just preoccupied right now. Nick, you definitely a moderator. This shit called LA Kush. LA Kush. And this shit, hey Wolf, this shit is so sticky that every time you roll a blunt, your fingers be sticky. It'd be like residue on the things.
National Radio, we're at halftime.
Well, I do like talking to trolls. When I'm bored, I ain't got nothing to talk about. I'll address trolls. You wanna have a troll conversation?
Didi, did you
Mr.
explain
Michael,
to that
don't hey
your
and
cousin?
don't block his comments either.
Yeah, I did. I was talking to him in Spanish. I told him he had to.
That's all you got, Mike. Every comment you make says you really don't know who you talking to. Every comment you make. That's what it's like when you hate on somebody you really don't know. You sound retarded. Talk about how I ate Dookie. I would respond to that one, but you put boy at the end. When you do that, you show me that you either white or Mexican and you racist on top of that. That's all you've ever accomplished. Boy, if you knew the things that I've accomplished thus far, you would take all that back. Call it in 60 days. Damn, man, this shit is retarded. Like, I promise you, responding to people that really don't know me, that's just trolling off for stupid shit. You bored, you just trying to help me get some content, okay. But you gotta get me mad for that. You ain't even, oh, I'm a racist on top. Ah, see, I knew it, got him. Alright, so now I know who I'm dealing with. So now let's talk. So your issue ain't really with me. Your issue is that I'm a black person that accomplished things that you haven't. That's what your issue is. Just tell the truth. That's the only way you could justify the hate coming out your mouth. Hey, get some content. I got too much content is the problem. You ain't caught up. A lot of people ain't caught up. Yeah, but here, I'm gonna say this. At least I know who he is. He's not trying to hide. So I respect that about a racist. The funny part about racists now is they ain't gonna be able to hide behind Trump no more. Because the black people fuck with Trump now. Black people fuck with Trump. So therefore, racist people ain't gonna have nowhere to hide. Nothing more ignorant and uneducated than a racist. Last, you know what? Michael Galas. Your last name is Spanish, so Hispanic. So yeah, I could pinpoint you even more. You from L.A. for sure, ain't you? Ain't you, Mike? Ain't you stupid enough to use your real name? I think I'm about to Facebook you right now. You better change your Facebook. Oh man. Hey, quit playing with me, man. Much respect, homie. Ignore the haters. I just got out of prison after 32 years. Oh, shit. Shit. What state? What state? Cause I promise you, a lot of people don't know. They don't know, like, just hold on. So a lot of people, they don't know, like, it's different. Like 32 years in Texas is different from 32 years in California, which is different from 32 years in the feds, which is different from 32 years in Florida. So it matters where you did it. But shit, regardless, it's 32 years away from society. Whew, shit. My cousin been in there for 28 years. 28 years and he going to board this year. Man, it's so important when you doing that time not to let your mind die, And there's an advantage. I'm gonna tell you an advantage that you have right now, and that's that you're after doing 32 years, you're still in contact with some things from your childhood. So you still have an inner child in you. A lot of people at our age or your age have lost that. Some people, some a long time ago. So their spirit is like dull and dead. Their spirit is dull and dead. So that's an advantage that you have. So them little joy things that you do that bring you joy, don't ever lose them. He did it in Texas, and I'm out in Atlanta now. Have you been on any other YouTube channels? Like, have you interviewed with anybody? You got a YouTube channel name out there? Yeah. See, I was on a lot the other day, and I basically was like, yeah, man, I did time in a lot of different states. I didn't say how much, but I basically, as long as you spend a night in that motherfucker, you did time. So in Texas, I was locked up in at the border patrol by Amarillo. When you go through the top of Texas, right fresh off from the Greyhound station, they pulled me off that motherfucker. But I was in Atlanta too. What part of Atlanta you was in? That's like my third home. Yeah, Atlanta. Time in Atlanta, that shit is compared to California. That shit is like prehistoric time. Texas compared to California is like prehistoric time. But nope. Hold on. Let me say this real quick. This is a disclaimer that I always have to put out there, and that's the fact of why I stopped doing prison content. People always ask, "Why don't you interview this person? He did this year, this, all that shit." But truth of the matter is, prison prison is not like it once was. Like prison in California is not the same place that I knew. It's not the same place I gave 20 years of my life to. Like things have changed, and the
girls smoking at the elevator.
and the codes that we used to uphold, like the codes that we would sacrifice our freedom and our life and program and all that shit for, that shit don't exist no more. It really don't exist when the SNYs and the dropouts is the gangsters. The yards with the SNYs are considered programming yards now. That shit, hey Danny, this shit probably, well, nah, it might make sense to you because you probably have been around other YouTube channels. Like, I don't know if you heard of Tim Snow, or really Tim Snow, as far as Texas actual prison channels. And I think Sock Walker is from Texas. And there used to be a guy named Andre Wade, and there used to be a guy called Dr. Larry. And them was like the first ones from Texas that I remember as far as prison YouTubers that was bringing out people's stories. It's all good. See, so, but just to let you know, like what the point I was making is that, like when I talk about prison, I'm actually talking about how prison used to be. It is no longer like that, and it's depressing. It's depressing when you think about it. When you think about all that you sacrificed during that time when it was ill, when it was real. All them trips to the hole. Like, damn, if you knew that prison was gonna turn integrated like this, then would you have done all that shit then, or would you have beat the traffic? Well, those of us that had morals and a release date nowhere in the near future was like, fuck it. It is what it is, and we're gonna ride it out to the end. What's up? What's up? What's up, Ern? But yeah, accomplishments. That 32 years. That's an accomplishment, and I know that you caught some rough ass days in Texas. 32 years, you done seen a lot. That's the first thing that pops in my head when I hear about the time somebody's done. Like, damn, this person has seen a lot. Cause I know I did. From suicides to murders to police killing themselves to setups and conspiracies and backdoor activities. When I say backdoor activities, so don't nobody take it out of context, I'm talking about when you backdoor, when people was backdooring each other over drug plays and things like that, and getting each other removed, power plays. What's up, Cammy? So now I'm at a point when I talk about prison stuff. When I talk about prison stuff, I'm like, damn, all them motherfucking phones I got caught with playing cops and robbers and shit. I would have went home a long time ago. And they got phones in there now on their tablets and they can call whenever they want. So all them damn phones I got caught with. And so when I think about prison, start talking about prison, that's the shit that come to my mind. That's why I've been like when I know who I am, I know it's okay to admit I don't like talking about prison shit. It sounds stupid after a while. It feels stupid after a while, especially when you start to live life and that past becomes like a faraway place. And the only reality checks I get that I put in place is being fearless when it comes to things like going back up in there to play softball. I'm about to go up in the motherfucker, back up in that motherfucker, play volleyball too against the inmates. It said that's growth. Yes. Yeah. That's why, man, you gotta know when to shit, man. You gotta know when to fold them, know when to hold them, all that good shit. You know how it go, Cammy. Shit, in order to let go, you got what's it called? You gotta let go to grow. I had YouTube in a motherfucking headlock. Like that was I ate, shit, slept, talked on the phone about everything YouTube. I promise you, and I was able to let YouTube go for a minute. It was like, oof, damn, I could breathe around this bitch. Cause I surrounded myself with YouTube. That's the type of dedication needed to persevere. Like some people is playing YouTube like it's supposed to be played, and some people is so emotionally fully wrapped up in this shit that it didn't bled into their real life and they don't even know it. Put some money in that whip, that cougar. Yeah. How cliche. When's my date for 60 days in? Hey, look, hey, Mike, try asking a different question. Like, try asking a question that's going to spark something about me that you didn't know. Because if you think you know me from 60 days in, you dead wrong. You dead wrong. But I mean, I can understand you talking to somebody you've seen on TV and all that G shit. I understand that. So you kind of gotta shake it a little bit. Get in there, get in the comments and shake it a little bit. You can get my attention. I get it, man. I get it. But ask some real questions though. Put some money in that whip, that cougar. I guess that's an attempt at a real question. And have you know, hell yeah. Like this is the year I'm gonna start restoring Dusty. I am gonna put some money in there. So that's a good question. Dirtyweather versus Abner. I will get on Abner. See, Abner don't know. Abner know how to street fight, but I'll get on Abner though. I seen how he punched. Abner walk up on me with his paws down, and I be done tipped him like 3 times. But that's a nice little thought though. That's a nice little thought, but I'd rather fight Carlos though. I'd rather fight Carlos. I don't think Carlos being hit hard in the motherfucker. I think I could. I don't think Carlos been hit hard at all with everybody he's fought up to this. Now, if he get on Lucky Chucky, if Carlos gets on Lucky Chucky, then I'll be like, but it's always good when you see two people that have a problem that aren't scared of each other, that just both feel that they pit bulls or whatever, and both shit talkers. Lucky Chucky versus Carlos is gonna be worth watching. I don't know you from 60 days. Now I'm thinking you black. Now I'm thinking you Longbeard or somebody. It don't matter though. I don't fuck with nobody racist. It don't even matter. Michael. See, there's layers to this shit. There's layers to it. Like, people will see you and know you from being on TV. All right, that's one view of looking at somebody. Then people that have followed my YouTube career, that's one way of looking at me. And then another way is real life. Real life. And I promise you, real life trumps all of that shit. And people will watch shit and try to figure you out. It's all good. That's a part of being on YouTube. It's a part of not being afraid to be in front of the camera. It's part of camming up. Camming up. Just from knowing people still in the gangbanging worse. Just from knowing people still in the gangbanging worse. Or soften up now. Let me see. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna say that gangbanging is softer now. Gangbanging is softer now because there's not a whole bunch of rites of passage. Just get to a certain age and get a gun and be with it. Like, that really wasn't considered gangster. Like, there's a lot of elements to being gangster and gang banging. Actual gang banging where motherfuckers was going hunting, that type of season gang banging. Yeah, that right there, that is coming to, I believe that's coming to pass, at least in my city. I can't speak for all gangbangers around the world. Just in my city, it's a good time in my city right now when it comes to like politics and people intermingling and stuff like that. It's a good time in my city because really it's all the real niggas that's really intermingling. Everybody else who really ain't out there like that or really ain't put it down or ain't known, like, they ain't gonna be at these type of places. I had a person from Oak Park tell me the other day, like, man, I've known you my whole life. And we from different sides of the tracks, but yet we still grew up together. CG, what's happening? Hey, don't let Mike live a little bit, unless his comment is offensive. But let him live, because not all his comments is offensive. He actually sparked up a little debate and things. So I maybe let him live. He might be Longbeard or somebody, or he might be somebody that come back with like 50-11 accounts and keep going. ZG, man, I be seeing you all around, man. Keep pushing. I see you, man. ZG, another person that could pick up the phone and call me. Hey, so ZG, talking to you in a sense, like, you remember when I was like, man, I ain't doing no more prison content, man. That shit is for the birds. You remember when I was on that hype, and then it kept pulling me back. Prison content, pulling me back. All these prison YouTubers. But now I look at these prison YouTubers like the ones that's supposed to be here, that's still relevant right now. They supposed to be here because they don't mind back in the past and reliving shit like they were. Like they don't mind going back and reliving like stuff that they did that was bad or stuff that they seen that was traumatizing. Man, they don't mind. So they deserve to be where they at and have the numbers that they have. Like they don't shit. They deserve that shit. For me, that shit is trouble, and that was PTSD. Every story, PTSD. Not only is you reliving it, but you feeling it. You feeling it. You getting into it. You animated with it. So you right back there when you telling your story. But truth of the matter is that ain't always healthy because it prevents progress. So the longer you keep holding on, remember we say learn knowing how to let go. The longer that you keep holding on, the worse it's gonna be. Knowing when to let go to grow. So again, I let go of this prison content, but I never really said why. And this is the main reason why. Because the prison life that I knew that molded me into the person that I am today through trials and tribulations and struggles and overcoming everything thrown at me, that's what made me. But it don't exist no more. That way that don't exist no more. So all these prison content creators, hey, y'all do y'all thing, but y'all talking about some make believe shit in my eyes because you talking. That's like me coming into the pen in the '90s and hearing a motherfucker telling me a war story about the '60s. Look, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90. That's 30 years. So we in 24. Go back 30 years when I first came to the system. 30 years when I first let me see through. Let me make sure for let me make sure if I let me see. I did 17, 20 something. 20 something, but it ain't the same. 20 no, I'll be exact now. 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 years ago, to be exact. To think that people would judge me for 6 days on TV. 6 days. Hey Dirk, tell about the time you rolled up on Dubs. You know what? I wouldn't even consider that rolled up on Dubs. I think I made a video. Wait a minute, what the fuck Dubs is you talking about? You talking about Dubs on my car? Or you talking about Dubs, the content creator? Yo, by the way, what's happening, man? OG Kevin things. What's happening? He trying, man. He trying. Oh, the Mexican. Yeah, nah, that was see I gotta it's hard for me to listen to bullshit and shit that's untrue. Or sometimes I'll have a story that's true and people don't like it. And so when I talked about homie love, Dubs didn't like it. He basically made a video in response and we hashed it out. But that wasn't really no big ass deal. That was really hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button. Dubs is the S.A. West Watson. Uh, nah, Wes Watson was a genius. Wes Watson was a genius that came in and played us all. Wes Watson set the standard for the right way to do YouTube. Come in, brand yourself, don't give a fuck, and have an exit plan. A lot of people on YouTube don't be having exit plans. They think they go YouTube for the rest of their life. I promise you though, if you at that level though, if you at that level, them YouTube checks is real nice. If you at that level, but don't you feel better talking about the stuff you've been through rather than holding it in and burying it? Uh, I love talking about the stuff I've been through. I just don't like staying in that. I don't like the residuals afterwards, though. The only way I could describe it is like when I go into prison and then I gotta leave the homies. I gotta leave the homies and that's hard. So when after I tell stories, it's like I'm envisioning all the homies again, and some of the people that's in these stories I be talking about is dead. Some of them been dead. Was Steve Harvey really wearing the hairpiece all those years with the high top? Shit, I don't know. Shit, if I knew. What's up, Greg? Shit, I don't even know. Hey, but yeah, it does feel better though. There's therapy in it if you know that there's somebody that's on the receiving end that knows how to process what you're talking about. Because some people that's never been to prison can't understand the stuff that you're talking about. It ain't that hard when you get less than 2 years. It's not. It's not. You literally fuck up because then people that get them less than 2 years and go to the pen, they go to like a ranch or a level one, and some of them even got jobs in the community around like regular people. So yeah, man, you go and do that little showtime, you get a false perception of what prison really is. Then you get to go to level two and you get a taste, and then you go to level three and you like, damn, Sally, that's a knife. Like we need a knife here. Then you get to level four and you already know what time it is. West came in and he looked the part and played the part and got paid for the part on everything. On everything. That's why I say he did it right. I mean, I hate to say it, whether a motherfucker like him or not, he did. He came in and exploited off a lie too, though. Off a lie. That motherfucker off a bold-faced ass lie about a riot in Oklahoma. That's, man, look, that already let me know what kit West was working out of. So I never gave him no airplay after that. After I aired him out, of course. He did what Ice Cube did, told stories from what he encountered and got chipped out for it. For real. For real. That's called exploitation. Exploitation. Or plagiarism, whatever you want to call it. Capitalizing off of somebody else's story. The good ones be inserting themselves in other people's stories. Still smoking good? Indeed. Indeed. You know, I got standards and things. Standards and things. People are still sharpening their sporks in our local county. It's bad. County COs have me dosed by inmate, never really caught. See, that's weird shit to me, Greg. Like I never went through none like that. Like I didn't. Like them was like what? Them sound like Wyatt Youth Authority games with a paper clip, rubber band with some paper rolled up tight, and a bullet. A dude made an escape, and it almost worked, but the zip gun worked. Good old story, yeah. Nah, it really was. It really did used to be zip guns. It was a zip gun murder in Old Folsom back in the days that one of the homies from Sacramento pulled off. Like that shit, them zip guns was real. They used to do this shit though in Solano. Them motherfuckers would be like around holiday season, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that shit. They'll shut the whole prison down and say that they found a bullet and search your whole yard to yard, the whole season, put us all on lockdown. Then that's how they justify it. We found reports of a zip gun. Man, I hated that shit. Where's the weed? It's weird to me you ain't smoking. That's because I was smoking when the live started. You missed it. You missed it. Pimp Vibes, what's happening? What it do, Oos? Where's the weird? It's weird. All right, man. I know it's weird and things, but I'm gonna tell you what. I got to get back to my bag, man. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Good looking on everybody that came through. Stay with gas, man. It's very important to stay with gas, man. Very important. It's very important. Very important. This is medicine. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. All right, Debo and everybody that came through. Look forward to Dirty going live more often. Shit, the break is over, recession is over. So I'm gonna get back to what I do. All right, Jay Wee. All right, man. Have a good one. Dirty. Go.